The condo crisis in Florida. And I guess this could be a general Florida thing. I'm sure it is fairly standard because it's a condo thing. It's a crisis that is driven by your grandparents moving down here, not wanting to spend a lot of money, and they want to enjoy Florida. It's gonna be real. That's where. So, is there a condo crisis in Florida? There is in some condos. In some condos, there's not a condo crisis. Okay, we've gone over this a couple of different times, but the biggest issue right now is that a lot of people moved down here in the 70s and 80s to retire, and they went into brand new condo buildings and they said, oh, brand new condo building's great. No problem. Our assessments are $178 a month. We can afford that. That's in our affordability matrix. And over the years, they kind of looked and said, well, we might need to do, well, it's okay. It'll last longer. It's a, whatever. It's a nice concrete building, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't really want to raise the assessments, and they really didn't do a lot of the maintenance and general repair that needed to be done on the properties. And then all of a sudden now you're in the 2000s. And the properties are literally starting to fall apart. And the folks that bought during that time are now, aging out of those and, either unfortunately passing away or going to other types of facilities, or they're just moving to a different condo because they don't want to have to deal with the issue that they, quite frankly, recreated. And these properties need new roofs. There's a ton of stuff they may need. But this is because the maintenance didn't get done. The assessments did not get raised for 20, 30 years in some cases, and now the piper got to get paid. And those condos that are in that situation are in quite a crisis. You can pick them up pretty cheap, though. But they're also the ones that are going to have the heavy assessments that you hear about. Yeah, and these ones that, there occasionally be $1 million assessments or whatever. You got to realize those are premium condo buildings that are on the beach where you're looking at, and they're giant units and everything else. And the same thing happened, right? The same exact thing happened. But when you're on the water, you realize if you're on the water, the building, whatever building it is, whether it's a house condo, it's constantly getting sand blasted, salt blasted, all these other things. Just the corrosive nature of, salt air, and there's moisture in all there, right? So salt air gets carried, whatever. They need constant upkeep in a higher manner anyways. As you move inland, it rather rapidly declines. If you're right on the beach and you're in a premium, and they were paying $400, $500 in assessments for 30 years. There's no way you're taking care of that building with that kind of money. And then now, again, the boards and whoever it happens to be, they, decided that now they have to actually, because of the new surveys and engineering studies and insurance, they have to actually take care of these things. And the only way to do it is to pay for 30 years of neglect. So those are in crisis. The big trick here, if you want to call it that, is knowing which ones are in crisis and which ones are not, because there are plenty of condos out here that are in absolutely fine condition. They're financially secure. They've taken care of their stuff since inception. They're not going to have any big assessments going on. They've taken care of their roofs. They've taken care of their whatever. Their insurance isn't mind blowing because of all these issues. All right. And then there's the third category, and this is the category that I think where opportunity lies. You have these properties that have gone through all of the pain, meaning they started how many ever years ago with the assessments and everything, getting everything up to snuff and up to standard so they can lower their insurance and not have all these assessments for repairs because they've already been done. But those properties are priced somewhere between, oh my God, it's a piece of junk and it's got all the assessments have to happen, and wow, this is a really strong condo, right? And that same, it could be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot condo, whatever, similar location. And you could have one that is a financially secure, been taken care of the whole time one, and they might be priced, and I'm just going to use easy numbers for math, $500,000. And then there's one that came out of one of these ones that just totally blew up and needed everything done, which if they were in the process of doing that right now would be literally $250,000, $300,000. But now that one that is fixed up, everything's been done and they're back, they're still at like 400. And the one that's really good is at 5. So there's growth for that one that everything's already been fixed up. Assessments have been done, but they're still trying to come out of the hole of where they were because of when they were not in great position. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but it's what came out of my mouth. So there you go. If you want more information about that, give us a call or let me know. Or, if you have specific questions, leave something in the comments. We'll answer them next time we film.